I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, and today we've got Peg Burrington and Sue Abrahamson from the Waupaca Area Public Library. And how are you doing today?
Great, Josh. Good to see you.
Morning, Josh.
Good to see you too. And first thing we want to talk about or update your patrons and the community on is the current status of library services. Last time we got together and talked, you were making the switch from having in-person browsing to curbside service only because of the increase in COVID numbers. So what's your status right now, and what services can the public get?
So we're still no in-person browsing, and curbside's available. All our open hours. Computers are still available, and study rooms. So
it's been hard to, people aren't getting the word that we're not open, and so they come to the library expecting to come in, and it's difficult to, they're disappointed, and we understand that disappointment, but we're just so pleased that we can provide some services to them, not sending them away empty-handed. And that's the most important message we want to get out to the public, is that while we may be closed for browsing materials in-house, we still have lots of opportunities for us to get access to the materials you need, to the information you need. And because we know so many people, like the internet is, as a utility, as important as water and electricity. And for many people who don't have internet at home, we understand that the library is their only option. So we're excited to be able to still offer that services. However, it does have to be limited to protect them and the community spread, because as you mentioned, Josh, the surge is still continuing, and our word from our health professionals and our county health agencies is that we're still seeing increased numbers and record numbers almost every day. So we're doing our part, but I'm excited that Curbside's been so busy. So we're still working like crazy over here.
So the message we want to get out, you physically might not be open, but you're open during all your hours, and any book one of your patrons wants, they can get. There's no worries on that.
And here's the other thing. Even though we may not own that book in our collection, ask for it. We may end up purchasing it for the library. So there's a form online that you can go to, or just give us a call and say, I heard about this book and I'm really interested in reading it, and we will consider purchasing it. So we get a lot of purchase requests, and most all of them are honored.
Something else we want to talk about is you've got your fall reading challenge, which I believe runs through the end of the year, and that's titled Read, Learn, Grow. What's that all about?
Well, we're trying to get our readers to think about life from a different perspective. So maybe you would want to read a book from a Indigenous person's voice, or from a person with some physical disabilities, or a person of color, or a person who may be an immigrant, and that sort of thing. So it's an opportunity for us to learn a little bit about somebody else's world, but in doing that, broaden our understanding and our empathy toward being a neighborhood of lots of different people, and understanding that we maybe all don't think the same, but we're all in this crazy pandemic together, and we really do need to treat each other with lots of kindness. And so we've been having a lot of fun. We put bundles of books that meet the challenge. So we'll put a book by an Indigenous author, or a book about an immigrant story, even as young as picture books for children. And that way families can play along with us in this challenge too. And every time you read a book, and you're encouraged to share that book with somebody else by telling them about the book, you earn a digital badge. And so that's been kind of a fun thing for kids that are already so virtually in tuned right now. So, but grown-ups are enjoying this too. So,
and just in time for Halloween, you've got a virtual program coming up, Paranormal Explore. What's that about? What can the participants expect?
So there's a lot of interest in the paranormal. If you turn on the television right now, there are several channels that they don't go anyplace else but the paranormal area. And we've got Kurt Strutz, who's going to take us on a virtual journey exploring haunted locations. So that's at 12:30 on Halloween Day, and that's a Saturday. So register at our website, and then you'll get the Zoom link, and you can hook up with somebody who's going to tell us a little bit about things that are otherworldly. So it'll be fun.
We made a really great video tutorial of how to join Zoom. You know, a lot of people who aren't at home, who are at home, are trying to figure out how they can take part in meetings and group presentations and that sort of thing. And if Zoom is new to you, check out our tutorial online. Laura Jandisak and Liz Kinnear did a great job showing people how to sign up for a program for Zoom and how to connect. So that's fun.
Yeah, and that's on our website.
Very
or
cool.
Facebook.
And something else improved at the library is placing holds on InfoSoup. Your patrons can now put holds on more books than ever. So tell us about that enhancement.
When we were shut down, we needed to go to a smaller hold limit because delivery was limited and we had quarantine requirements. That meant it stopped for 4 days in one place. But now that those quarantine requirements have been loosened up a little bit, we're able to offer 25 holds. So you can have 25 things on hold.
This is where we need sound effects for our recording. Yay! It's music or something, you know.
Maybe we'll have those ready next time.
Yeah, that would be great.
And something else we talked about in a prior week are the book packs that you have available. So just give us a quick recap what that's all about for someone new who might be tuning in.
Right. So we were very excited to add book packs for adults. We started out this project with book packs for children. So if you wanted 20 to 30 books for 3 or 4 kids at your house, you would just call us or send us a form that you can find online and tell us, you know, the ages of your kids, their interests, and we would choose the books. It's kind of like being a secret shopper. And so that's been really quite popular. We've gotten a lot of terrific feedback. People are saying, I would have never picked this book, but it was so great. Thank you very much. So it's very fun to do, but it's also very fun to hear that feedback. And because we make it so easy for someone to request, we were getting adults requesting. And so we're like, whoa, they don't want 30 books. You know, you can get 30 picture books really easily, but I don't think you want 30 mysteries or whodunits, you know. So we altered the form a little bit, and you can make a request for adult materials as well. And we have such a wide reading staff. They like all different kinds of things, so that while I may not be the whodunit kind of reader, I love nonfiction. And so I would be able to suggest nonfiction where someone else maybe wants love stories, or someone else maybe wants cookbooks, or, you know, so we really have a wealth of knowledge that we're willing to help people find books. And it's hard for some people to find them online. So we're doing our part.
Well, and the formats can be different too. So you love mysteries, but you want it in an audio book instead of a regular print book or a large print. So we can find those things easily. And then if we can't find what we need here, we have 50 other libraries that we work with to get the things that you want or need. So always a great experience when you go to InfoSoup and look at everything that's available.
And speaking of audiobooks, you've got audiobooks, you've got ebooks available, and all you need is a library card, and that's something you can access really easy from home. You don't have to do curbside. You don't have to come in and browse. That's another great avenue for those looking for library materials.
Our collection is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
You'll have to add a second story on the library soon.
No, not for the virtual, Josh. No.
We just need more screens like Josh has if you're going to do this virtual thing.
So, the other thing, you brought up Curbside, and there's a lot of things people can get through Curbside. Current newspapers and magazines, you've got grab-and-go kits, puzzles. What, besides just coming in and getting the traditional library materials of books, what else can people get through Curbside?
Well, right now we actually are offering a couple of grab and go kits, and one of them is making a monster gourd. So if you think of Mr. Potato Head and putting all the funny eyes on and everything, we've got kits for those. And then we also have something that's new. It's a cemeterarium kit, and that's to make something for Halloween. And it comes
Cue
with
the
a
spooky
jar.
music.
We do need spooky music there.
Yeah.
So just call us when you get to the parking lot. Let us know which kits you want, and we can put those with your books, and you can have fun with your family in an activity that's there.
So next week, right before Halloween, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll be handing out our trick-or-treat bags from the library. So if you have youngsters and you want to get a trick-or-treat bag from the library, you can come to Curbside and pick that up. The other thing, Josh, we had spent a lot of time and energy making the library in-house programming filled with opportunities for hands-on learning. And a lot of that hands-on stuff is just sitting here. So what we've done is we've been able to circulate that to families. So if your family is interested in a Lego robotics kit, all you have to do is ask us and we'll check that out to you. If your family is interested in maybe some magnet tiles or some puzzles that we had in the children's department, we have a microscope, a kid's microscope, stuff like that normally people would come to the library and use. We're able to check that out to you, and you can take that home and participate with your family and learning opportunities at home. So yeah, if you remember a favorite toy at the library, make sure you call us and we'll see if we can make it available to you for curbside.
Very cool. And there's things the library does that maybe aren't exactly curbside activities, that might be faxing or printing or registering for a library card. We want to remind people those services are still available as well.
So you can actually send us a document from your phone, go online or call us to see how you can do that, and we can print it for you. And I know Sue has had really good response to her homework printing that's happening in the children's department too. So those are all pieces of things that we can do for you to make your time during this pandemic a little bit better. And then we have this great cookbook that's going to be coming out. And that's, we actually have pre-order forms that are available through our website, and it's the Safer at Home in Waupaca. So when we were safer at home, we were cooking and doing other activities. So it's got photos and recipes from people who were safer at home and doing something fun and different while they were there.
So how many recipes did you end up with for that cookbook?
I think there are about 75 recipes.
All right.
With stories.
And that's a partnership with the Historical Society. And so that's another way that two city departments have been able to work together. And we're really just proud of our partners. Couldn't be prouder. We got some news too.
Good idea.
Yeah. So if you haven't already heard, Liz Kinnear is our exhibit room coordinator. And here's an announcement that is going to even come out before the Waupaca County Post, I'm sure, is she won the Chamber of Commerce Ruby Award for, what's it called, Peg? What's it called? It's,
young and upcoming young professionals.
Young
and
professional.
She is so involved in all of different organizations within our community. She just shines.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, she's so great.
Yay!
And she's been a part of this cookbook thing too, so she's had a hand in that too. So, and next week is really important. Don't forget.
No, 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Well, you can vote now if in person.
Right. Vote now, vote next week, or you can be there on election day.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's important to vote.
Don't forget to vote. Your voice counts, and your vote needs to be heard. So make sure you vote.
Well, Peg, Sue, great time talking with you again, getting up to date about the library and just the message to the public. Even though you physically can't be inside, there's still plenty of going on. And if you've got questions, give them a call or visit the website.
That's perfect. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. See you next time.